Hello everyone, Sundrak here with 2.1 patch livestream coming this Friday. It is very likely that they will release some information about the 2.1 banners. So with that said, I want to do a video predicting the banners, and basically I can laugh at myself and see how wrong I was when the banner actually gets revealed. So with that said, let's get started. Before we do that, one more shameless self-plug. There is still a Yoimiya giveaway going on this channel. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe on that video. And as long as you do not have a Yoimiya, and as long as you have never topped up on the $100 bundle, then you are eligible for the giveaway. With that said, let's get started. So for 2.1, I'm going to assume Raiden and Kokomi being the banner because Raiden, Kokomi, and Sarah's official art was revealed by miHoYo about a month ago. Now, of course, with that said, Kokomi should be coming as a 4 stars, as a 5 star, same with Raiden, and Sarah should be coming as a 4 star, accompanying one of these two. Now, given that Sarah works for Baal and Sarah and Baal are both electoral, it makes no sense to put Sarah on Kokomi's banner because that would be called treason in that case. So my guess is going to be Sarah is going to be on Raiden's banner, most likely. Now, for those of you looking at the leaks, you also know there might be more reasons on why Sarah will be on Raiden's banner, but for me, that's going to be the main reason I'm arguing, because Raiden actually is Sarah's official boss, so it makes sense to put Sarah on Raiden's banner for the lore reasons. Now, I'm going to be predicting the other 5. I sort of narrowed down to 5 characters, but I do not have them really putting a specific banner. I'll explain this later, but I do have preferences on which one goes in which banner. But for the rest of my predictions, in order of likelihood, the rest 5 characters will be Noelle, Shanling, Xingqiu, Beidou, and Sucrose. Let me explain. So here is a table of all the characters that has been rated up so far and which patch they rated up. Basically, if you read from the top first row is the list of all character banners named by the 5 rated up 5 stars so far in game, and the first column is the list of all 4 stars currently in Genshin, including Kujo Sarah, and the check mark is which banner they rated up basically. So as we can see from recently, the character that has not been rated up for the longest time is actually Shanling, whose most recent rate up was all the way back in Hu Tao's banner in patch 1.3. And given that Shanling is actually low-key OP and very easy to use, and also probably everyone has her at high constellations, makes sense that they'll put her up again just because. And the reason I don't know which banner she goes on is because Raiden being Electro and Kokomi being Hydro, she actually fits on both banners just fine. So I'm going to leave her as a general option for now. As you'll see as we go into more detail, some characters we can sort of narrow them down to only one banner, Kujo Sarah being an example. Now moving on to the second one, in order of likelihood, we are going to be talking about Noelle. Now we all know that Noelle gets constantly rated up very often just to ruin people's pities. Actually, I'm looking for her last constellation. I have her C5, but generally speaking, she is put in sort of a good banner in order to be as sort of the bad character in the good banner. Now we can look at her previous banners: Klee, Gangyu, Venti, and Zhongli, both four of which are both very good characters at their time. Klee was basically top during 1.1 meta. Gangyu is basically still broken. Venti is basically used to be the best Nemo support until Kazuha showed up, and they force changed so that his Q doesn't suck enemies up as much anymore. And Zhongli is still the most the go-to for shield support for the current meta. So with that said, Raiden being a card most people want to or must pull because she is an Archon, I think they're going to stick Noelle in there just to piss some people off. So with that said, even though I'm putting Noelle as a neutral option, so Noelle can go on both banners, but given the fact that Kokomi can also heal, and on top of that, Kokomi's sale is not going to be too well because Raiden is going to attract mostly attention, I believe that Noelle will go on Raiden's banner just to piss some people off. Moving on to the third likely option, which is Xingqiu. Now, of course, Xingqiu in terms of number doesn't look very likely because it's 4 and there are quite a few other characters who hasn't been rated up for 4 patches already. But if you take a look at Xingqiu's history, his longest wait has only been 3 patches. This is already an exception for him, so I believe he should be rated up as soon as possible. On top of that, Kokomi is Hydro, Xingqiu is Hydro. Kokomi doesn't really need another Hydro support because on top of that, Xingqiu only works with Hydro if he is at, I believe, C2 or C4, where his Q can decrease enemy Hydro res. That is the only point he is used with Hydro. So it makes no sense to put Xingqiu on Kokomi's banner, because when you put character on another character's banner, you should not be expecting a specific constellation for them to work together. So with that said, I believe Xingqiu will most likely be appearing on Baal's banner, and if you have seen Baal's kit, you will know that Xingqiu and Baal's kit can actually work together very well. So that is my guess for Xingqiu, and of course the other reason, as I have explained, ever since his first appearance on Klee's banner, the longest gap he has had is 3 banners. So this 4 banner gap between Eula and now is already an extra long one for him, so it is most likely that he will be rated up ASAP. Moving on to the next 2 characters, who is going to be the last 2 options. We're talking about Beidou and Sucrose. Now, of course, the reason Beidou is chosen is the same reason as Xingqiu. She hasn't been rated up for 4 patches. Now, regarding Beidou, the longest wait she had was 5 patches between Xiao and Eula's banner. But given that she has the highest number in terms of waiting on the waiting list right now, basically she hasn't been rated up for 4 patches. The longest one in order was Shanling, Noelle, and then Xingqiu and Beidou was tied, so it makes sense that they rated up Beidou very soon. On top of that, Beidou was just given out for free last patch, so people might want to get extra constellations of her. As for exactly which banner she will go, again, I don't know, because if you have seen Raiden's kit, you will know that Raiden can work with Baal, and on top of that, Kokomi can work with Baal as well for Electro Charge. So I don't know exactly whose banner she will go on, which is why I'm going to leave her as a neutral option. But if we use process of elimination, that means that Raiden Shogun's banner will have Sarah, Xingqiu, and Noelle. As I've explained before, that sort of forces Beidou onto Kokomi's banner. But again, the fact that Sarah is on Raiden's banner can be changed. So with that said, I'm going to leave Beidou as a neutral option, but I believe she will more likely appear on Kokomi's banner. Finally, talking about Sucrose. The reason Sucrose was picked was because all the other characters who only had a 3 banner wait time was disqualified for specific reasons. Basically, if you take a look at the list of characters who have 3 banner waiting time, we're only looking at 3 characters: Sucrose, Fischl, and Barbara. Now, Beidou, Sarah are already going to be in the banner, so that automatically disqualifies Fischl, because that means we'll have at least 1 electro character 4-star in each patch already, and you cannot have multiple characters of the same element of the same star level in the same banner. Basically, all you can have is 2 characters of the same element, 1 5-star and 1 4-star. You cannot have 2 characters 4 stars of the same element in the same banner. So that means that automatically disqualifies Fischl from the banner. The same reason goes with Barbara, because Xingqiu is already most likely going on Raiden Shogun's banner, so Barbara cannot go in there. And because Kokomi can already heal better than Barbara, Barbara also has no point going in Kokomi's banner. So with that said, Barbara is also disqualified, which leaves Sucrose as the only option. And for Sucrose, again, I think because Raiden Shogun's banner, I've already said, it's very likely going to be Sarah, Xingqiu, and Noelle, so that leaves Sucrose onto Kokomi's banner. But with that said, they can still change it, so I'm going to leave her as a neutral option. So finally, in conclusion, if we use the process of elimination, then we can get that, for my predictions, Raiden Shogun's banner is going to have Sarah, Xingqiu, and Noelle, and for Kokomi's banner, my prediction, because the other 3 are already eliminated, so the 3 that's left is going to be Shanling, Beidou, and Sucrose. And of course, I could be horribly wrong, so do not start preparing for materials based on this. Or I can tell you that is, if you want to start prep ahead, do start looking into Baal and Kokomi's banner characters and see what you can prep. And also Sarah, if you're getting her, then you can also prep as well. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a nice day.